Hey everyone, and welcome to science class. And for those of you, if this is tree class, there's an announcement at the end of this video for the tree student period. Alright, so I want to thank the guest teacher for coming in today. I'm not quite sure who you are, but I do hope you enjoy yourself. Students are at the tail end of their unit on meteorology or astronomy, atmosphere 101 if you will. It's a D day, so you start with MINT and then you move on through the periods as such. The list of the schedule is on the attendance, and here we get going. Alright, so students, your objectives have not changed. We're still in the atmosphere unit. We're really done with C layer. You should be in your B layer and A layer. Your homework, definitely B and A layer, all due by Friday, February 13th. My gosh, Friday the 13th. Heads up on that one, folks. However, if you happen to need a little bit of time over the vacation, that's great. You can use it, but you need to talk to me before you leave on Friday. So that's one aspect of it. When it comes to the agenda for science, your bell work is not really a journal so much as you're going to answer some questions on a worksheet, the only worksheet in class today. I'll show you what the worksheet looks like. It's YLD, which is Years of Living Dangerously questions. Before we watch the video, I'd like you to answer these 5 questions on the screen on your worksheet. Okay, you can write on the worksheet. You're going to be turning the worksheet in before you leave today. So you got 5 questions there. Your guest teacher is then going to show the 60-minute video called Years of Living Dangerously. It's got a bunch of very famous celebrities talking about climate change, Harrison Ford, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and so on and so forth. Please take it for what it's worth. There's plenty of scientific information, plenty of interesting societal perspectives. We live in New England here, and there's a lot of parts of the United States that view science a little bit differently. And so this video is going to touch upon some of that. After you finish watching the video, there are 5 more questions, and the 5 questions are down here at the bottom. They're called After You Watch. Please get those completed. Now, I really would like to see people doing this on their own. You don't, I mean, you're sitting next to each other, but you really should be answering these questions on your own. If you can't answer these questions by yourself, I don't know what to tell you. You really should get it done on your own. When you're done, please clear tray. And then you can head into the final aspect of the class, which is B and A layer. So you're going to continue the A2 assignment. That's the CASA project. We've got all the clouds in here. When it comes to the video, obviously you're going to need to tuck some of the clouds away. And I'm referring to the clouds that are on the projector right now. You need to tuck the black one on top there and then swing the clear cloud around on the outside as well. But once we're done with the video, you can just swing them back down so that people can continue collecting their information. Please use your protractors, with strings, your compasses, your meter sticks, and so on and so forth. You need to get all your data collected. Now, if you're of the mindset where you can go and finish collecting your data, but you can also go and show us your math, by all means go for it. The math I'm referring to is the elevation and the distances. To calculate those, I strongly recommend that you look on the 4th and final page where you'll find all the instructions on what you should do here. If you're trying to find the elevation, you're using the sine function, which is explained over here, that the elevation is equal to the sine of whatever the angle is times the hypotenuse. And then if you're trying to find the length of the distance from the station to the cloud along the surface of the Earth, you're searching for L, if you will, right here. That is going to be the cosine of the angle times your hypotenuse, and that'll get you that distance. So anyhow, please use your time wisely. You'll probably only have 10 to 20 minutes to do this. Try and get as much of the data as you can. Please remember also that every cloud needs to only be seen once. It doesn't need to be seen multiple times by multiple stations. However, if you're looking to go for a level of accuracy, by all means, please do so. Just make sure that every cloud has been seen by one station once, okay? Now, if you're done with the CASA project, I suggest B layer and A layer on any other worksheets or any other projects that you can work on. That's the cloud project. That might be working on, say, the constructing a model for the clouds, writer on the storm, producing a weather report, angle of incidence activity. The B and A layers are up in the front as they've always been. All right, so please continue working on your assignments. Now, tree period. If it is the tree period, you are going to start off with updating and filling in your assignment planner. You do know that pictures, you can take a picture of the assignments on the whiteboard behind the computer here. That is an acceptable way to get your homework written down. But the lesson of the day, once you've all completed that, is you're going to start a movie called Contact. Now, Contact is a pretty solid science fiction movie. It does have a couple of scenes in it that pertain to some really cool science as well as some science fiction. You're going to find a movie critique sheet, which is this worksheet right here. The name of the movie, the title of the movie, your name, title of the movie, the year, 1997, just so you know. The summary and the plot, fill that in as you're watching. Scientific concepts and ideas. Anytime there's a concept or idea that is scientific, if they're talking about radio waves, frequencies, the different parts of the atmosphere, please write it down on this line, and we're going to go and check whether it's true or false at a later time using laptops and computers. Down here, you've got a bunch of boxes that I'd like you to record the number of times that you laugh, the number of times that you cry for some level of emotion. You don't actually have to cry, but if you feel sad or emotional, please mark it off. The number of times that you sigh. If there's some joke that's being said that is so lame that only your parents would giggle or laugh at, and you think that your parents are lame, please mark it off on there. And if you come across something that you don't exactly understand, a question of why, make a little note of that as well. Just kind of check it off here and record your why questions down at the bottom. On the back here, maybe there's some time period trends that you notice, maybe certain clothing, certain technology that's pretty popular at that time period. So you're going to be filling that information in as you watch the movie. Like I said, the name of the movie is called Contact. There is one scene, a bedroom scene, that it's not terribly inappropriate, so please be mindful and appropriate during that. But there's plenty of conversation pertaining to religion and science and how the two do and do not work together. And the development of the characters. If there's any time after watching some of the movie, now I'm going to recommend that you only watch about up to the point where she hears the signal from the outer space. Once you've gotten to that point, let's pause the video, and if there's any time left over, you can work on any of your B and A layer projects. Okay? All right, folks, you're all set. All right, you're all set, and I'd greatly appreciate you just continuing to work and be respectful for the guest teacher who's here. Thanks a lot. I will see you on Friday.